A friend of mine sent me a text the other day and gave me the idea to explain how to fix rides that aren't exactly my favorite. So that got me rewatching my top 10 worst rides in Disney World. So where should I start? How about the ride that has disappointed me the most? Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom. I know this is a favorite for many people, and trust me, I really tried to enjoy this ride. But I have three main gripes with this attraction. It's too loud, too dark, and for not being a roller coaster or a simulator, this ride gives me motion sickness. So, how do we go about addressing these issues? A good example of a ride that does excessive noise well is the first ascent in Big Thunder Mountain. As you enter the cave and slowly make your way up the steep incline, your ears are bombarded with many sounds. The clinking of the train struggling its way up the mountain, bats screeching as you disturb their slumber, and the rushing water overhead all can make for a pretty overwhelming experience. But it fits the theming for a possessed train getting revenge on the people who stole their land. Yeah, I'm sure the dinosaurs were loud in real life, but I feel the difference is timing. The almost overbearing noise in Thunder Mountain is at least at the beginning of the ride, so it sets a tone. Whereas in Dinosaur, it's almost in every scene. This is an instance where less is more. The next issue I think we need to address is how dark the ride is. With an attraction named Dinosaur, it would be nice to see the actual dinosaurs. I get that you want to capture the essence of trying to escape a meteor striking the Earth, and I appreciate the use of UV paint making the parts you do see stand out, but those moments are few and far between. A good example of a dark scene done well is the graveyard in the Haunted Mansion. I do have some issues with the lighting here as well. I think some of the objects in the background aren't as clear as I would like, but I think for the most part it does its job well. I get that each ride has its own pace, so it's not exactly a one to one comparison, but for the Haunted Mansion, it takes its time to pan the entire scene, and there's enough detail for me to overlook my minor gripes. Which brings me to my third issue with this attraction. The scenes fly by way too fast, and for not being a roller coaster, the ride is way too bumpy. The premise of riding a Jeep through an unpaved prehistoric forest makes sense in theory. Hastily trying to get a dinosaur egg while racing to get back to your own time makes it reasonable to hurry through each scene. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is a dark ride masquerading as a thrill ride. The set pieces are large and the turns are long and winding, but each room is so small and your car continues to twist and turn to give off the illusion of speed. It walks a fine line of throwing so much at the riders while simultaneously always giving guests something to focus on. A value I think Dinosaur could learn a lot from. So, how do we put all these things together to make this a better attraction without just suggesting they turn the lights on? The premise of the ride itself is fine on the surface. Go to the Cretaceous era, go to your time jeep, get an iguanodon before a meteor strikes the Earth, all while dodging man eating dinosaurs. All of that sounds pretty awesome. With a short ride time of 3 minutes, we could do our idea of sectioning each scene off, making larger set pieces like in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, while only keeping the loud screeches of dinosaurs to impactful parts of the journey. As far as an art style, I don't think we have to look that far back or even look to another park for inspiration. The Navi River Journey does an amazing job at creating a lifelike rainforest with strange creatures. Combining all of these ideas, in my opinion, would create a more enjoyable and memorable experience. But here's my money making idea that Disney could implement and keep for themselves. What's cooler than rescuing a fictional baby dino? Buying one. This is already done in the T Rex restaurant in Disney Springs called Create a Friendosaurus. But here you would create the shape and color of your egg while also customizing your iguanodon inside. Maybe having a hatching chamber where a trained professional helps you incubate your egg and have them hatch similar to the ceremony of building your own lightsaber in Galaxy's Edge. All of these ideas have been done on Disney property, and all of these ideas can be implemented. And if the eggs make just a decent amount of profit, it'll pay for the refurbishment itself. And this is based on no research of my own. But that'll do it for this episode. Let me know what you think about me doing more of these types of videos in the future. I love hearing your feedback so I can make more content you'll watch, so you'll hang out with me. But until next time, drop a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if I earned it, and thank you for watching.